Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend here, and today I'm here with the Minecraft Redstone tutorial. And in this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a Bedrock Shulker box swapper. Now you might be wondering, Jax, what is a Shulker box swapper? And why is it a Bedrock one? Well, this is because this tutorial is only for the Bedrock users, so this is the Windows 10 edition and Xbox and PE. This will work on any of those versions, but if you are on Java, make sure to go check out my other tutorial. The link will be in the description down below for that, and that is another Shulker box swapper for Java, which will work on the other devices. Okay, so behind me we have my Shulker box swapper. Now, this is a very cute and compact way of storing your Shulker boxes. So right now I've got my sort of arrow selected on the purple Shulker. Now, my purple Shulker is down there. Now, if I turn this arrow around by simply right-clicking it, it'll go to the white Shulker, and the white Shulker will appear here. If I go all the way around, you can see it goes to the color. This one right here is the blue one. I've just gone with blue because it's sort of like that tip that helps remind me. And then we've got black. Now we have to go slowly. We have to wait for each Shulker to actually appear. We can't just go constantly clicking through, which I think is fine. It's not too big of a deal. Then we have orange, and then finally back to the purple sort of regular Shulker box. So now that you've seen that, let's go in behind it and have a look at the redstone. Now the redstoning is reasonably compact for this machine, because it seems like a very sort of stylish machine at the front, and it's got a little bit of complicated redstoning because of how compact it is, but the overall concept is reasonably simple. So let's get on to the tutorial. Okay, to start the tutorial, you're going to need to grab out some planks, some building blocks, and some item frames. You're going to need around 8 of these, 8. Some Shulker boxes, some sort of arrow or your pointer, and a slab. Okay, now we're going to build a platform. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks off the ground, and then I'm going to build a small 2x3 platform here, and I'm just going to break this. That's what we have right there. And directly behind that, let's make a 3x3 wall. Let's do this quickly. Just like that. Now if you're building this, you'll be making this on the ground, and then below it you'll have a 4 deep hole. Okay. Now we need to place a wooden slab on the top block here. So not on the bottom block, but on the top one. And another slab here, just like that. So we should have something that looks like this. And now to check that you've got it right, come around to the bottom, and you should have this sort of starry sort of pattern, just like that. Okay, so now, once you've done that, it's time to add the item frames. Add them on every single one of these blocks here, except for the slab. Add the arrow in the middle, and then your shulkers around the outside. Now I'm just going to be using alternating colors, like it's going to be going yellow, white, but you can have all different. You can have it in a cool pattern. Doesn't really matter what color they are. Yellow, white, just like that. Okay, so now it's time to get on with some of the redstoning. Okay, for this next bit of redstoning, you're going to need a redstone comparator, a repeater, some redstone dust, some building blocks that won't be seen, so you could use dirt here, and some actual building blocks that will be seen. Oh, and a comparator. I forgot about that. No, not a comparator, an observer. Here we go. An observer. Okay, so now come directly behind this arrow here, and place a building block here, and then one directly under it. So the arrow is on that one there, so it's sort of one diagonally down from the arrow. Now if you're in survival, this might take a little while, so I'll give you a little second. So that's diagonally down from the block that the arrow is on. Okay, so now that once you've done that, place a comparator here, which will instantly get activated, so it should look like that, with an observer in front of it, So the face is facing into the sky, so you go down to the bottom and place it against this block like that from an angle, and you should get something that looks like this. Then place a building block here that won't be seen. From now on, the building blocks that I'm going to be using probably won't be seen if you cover it up, and a piece of redstone on top of this building block. Then come down to this building block that won't be seen, and going from the back to this, to the left side facing from the back, place another building block diagonally down with a redstone repeater on it, like that. Then place 2 blocks going on the directly there, but going sort of into, so the redstone's going into that block, and to the right side from the back there. So it should look like this, this, and this. Okay, so coming around to this side, you want to grab out some redstone repeaters, some redstone, some orange, some building blocks, no, it doesn't have to be orange concrete, some redstone torches, and 1 regular piston. So now, come 1 block diagonally up from this repeater here. This is the one coming out of the observer sort of area. Just like that, break the block there. Then going to the front, place a block diagonally down with a piece of redstone on it. Then next to this redstone, place another block, and then going facing towards this middle here, this middle block area here, place a piston. I'm going to go over that. So there is a repeater coming out of this block here, which the observer is powering, going into this, which powers this redstone, and then this redstone powers this block, which powers this piston, pushing towards the center here, and will be breaking our shulker boxes. Okay, now coming onto the opposite side of this block, place another block diagonally one down with a piece of redstone, then one more block with a repeater, and then a piece of redstone with a redstone torch right here at the end, facing towards the middle. So this is what you should have so far from the tops and the sides as well. It's sort of like an under view, like that. If your build looks like that, you're on the right track. Okay, so now you want to come down to this redstone torch here and build 2 blocks out like this. And place a redstone here, and then continue this along for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Going towards sort of this area. Then place a diagonal up block at the end of that, just like this. Then on the second one of that sort of redstone line, place a redstone torch, and then 3 repeaters coming out of that redstone torch going towards the front. 1, 2, 3, just like this, all on 1 tick delay. This is what it should look like. Okay, so now I've completed most of the redstoning other than the redstone to hook up the hopper and dropper system, but we don't have that hopper dropper system yet, so we need to make that. Okay, so to start, grab out some hoppers and some droppers and some building blocks just to like sort of help you place these, and then come directly under this this slab here and place a block here, diagonal down from that, and a hopper going into that block. Then break that block, and then place a block here with a hopper going into that. Then don't break that block yet, place a dropper on that block facing away from your original sort of your selector, so all the way over there for me. Then break that block now, and then place a hopper going into that dropper. Now place a dropper going diagonally across like this, like that, and then a hopper going into that dropper like this. Oh no, make sure this dropper is facing upwards. So this is sometimes a bit hard to place, so you can always just place a few scaffolding blocks, but it has to be facing upwards like that. This dropper right here. But this is what you should have so far. Hoppers all going into each other, then hopper, dropper, hopper, dropper, and then like that. So now we're going to continue this system. To continue this hopper dropper system, place a block next to this dropper here, then by holding shift and placing it, then place a dropper going into the sky, like that, and then a hopper going into that dropper above this one. Then do the same thing here, but make sure the dropper is not facing into the sky and is facing away from our redstone, and then place another hopper. Okay, so now we need to place another dropper, and then dropper like that. But make sure this dropper, so see I've got it facing this way, I did that so I can place the hopper. Make sure this dropper is actually facing back towards this redstone in here. So it goes, the droppers are going this way, then up, up, straight ahead, and then to the side, and then place a scaffolding block here and a hopper going into that block, with a dropper coming back around. So we're sort of heading back towards that direction. Then another dropper, it's a bit tricky to place, with a hopper going into that one as well, just like this. Now we're not going to place any more droppers now, it's time to grab out a trusty old dispenser. So let's grab this out. Now we want to place this so it is on the inside here, so where this orange concrete block is. So let's place 2 scaffolding blocks here, break this block, and then we'll walk in and place it like that. So its little dot is facing on the inside, so we need to make sure we've done it the correct way. And then place a final hopper going into that dispenser. Make sure it's a dispenser and the rest are droppers. Okay, so now it is time to hook up some redstoning to this dropper and hopper system. Okay, to do this, come 1 block diagonally down from this block here and place a block. Then grab out some repeaters and some redstone and place a redstone right here, diagonally up, or 1 diagonally up, and place another piece of redstone there, just like that. Then place a repeater and a piece of redstone. Then going diagonally up, if you're looking at it from this way, to your left, place a block with another piece of redstone on it. Then come 1 more diagonally up, place a piece of redstone, and then 1 diagonally down, place a repeater like that. So now you've got this. Now I'd just like to point out that you might find this piece of redstone here pretty tricky to hide because you can't place a block directly above it. What I normally do when I have something like this is that if you're building it out of wood, then you can sort of just use a log if you want, or if you're building it out of quartz or say something like that, you can use a quartz pillar in front of here to sort of frame the build, and then you would do this on the other side as well. I just like to point that out because that can be sometimes tricky to hide. And then you can add some sort of staircase pattern, or you can sort of add a box around this out of your wood, and it can look pretty cute like that. That's just a simple way to hide that if you're struggling to hide it, so I'm going to leave that around it. You can even add some stairs in the corners. So let's grab some stairs and put them in the corners here. Right here as well. That's looking pretty cute. So now it's weather clear and let's get back to the redstoning. Okay, coming back around here now that I've given you those building tips, place 2 pieces of building blocks here, just like that, and 2 pieces of redstone, like this. Then come 3 diagonally up, 1, 2, and then 1 more up, so you've got 3 high staircase, and place redstone along all of those. Then come 1 block diagonally down like this, and then 1 more block here. Then move this around, place a block here, and then a block diagonally up, a block diagonally down, and then a block diagonally up. So you sort of had to have this weird sort of up, down, up, down, up, down pattern going on here. Okay, so now you just want to come here and place 2 blocks like this, and then 2 redstone on top. Because now you have almost finished your redstoning system, so make sure there's redstone on all of these. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is check a few things. So we need to go over here and put this repeater right here onto 3 ticks delay, so that is 2 clicks with your right click in Minecraft. And then make sure this one's on 1 tick, this one's on 1 these repeaters are on 1 tick, and the rest are as well. So you need to make sure this is on 3 ticks delay. That is crucial, because otherwise this whole system won't work. The next thing to check is also to check that this this observer is facing the correct way, so this face is facing towards the redstone block or looking into the sky. Now if you've got all of those correct and done, you're ready to start loading up your shulkers. Now I'm going to explain to you how to do this very slowly because it can be a bit confusing. So let's go around and grab out our shulker boxes and make this floor a bit bigger so we can move around. Okay, now we need to grab out our types of shulker boxes. You're going to need 9 because of going all the way around. And so to place these, you want to go where the arrow is pointing. So mine is pointing at white, and place that color in there. So I've got white, and then you turn it. You'll see it will break. Then now I'm on yellow, then turn it. Now I'm on white, then turn it. And you just do this all the way around. Turn it, and then white again. So the arrow, whatever the arrow is pointing on, then yellow, and then white, and then yellow, and then finally our white should be redispensed, which it is. So our shulker box system is now fully working. Now one thing just to let you know, you need to make sure you're placing them against the back, so the shulkers can be opened, because they are opening into this slab here that is underneath this, that is like on top of this hopper. Let me just break this block to show you. This slab right here, and that's why it can open. So now if we open that, we can grab out our stuff, and we can go, but I need to get something out of my yellow shulker box. Let's grab this. And if you want, you can have some sort of wool in here instead of the shulker box if you don't have a bunch of shulkers. And you can name that wool, so you can have a redstone box or building box, which can be really, really cool. Okay, so now you know how to build an awesome redstone shulker box, and you know how to decorate it a little bit. So that is going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate your support if you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Oh, and remember, stay carbonated.